No matter what your favorite cryptocurrency, nobody ever knows the exact move for price, what price is going to do. But there's one thing I do know as I start this live stream. Cardano just closed a beautiful green monthly candle. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in, especially if you're watching Cardano. This is a special Cardano live stream because you see this monthly candle that just closed. You see it beautifully on the screen. And the reason why it's so beautiful, in my opinion, is because I came across this tweet, right? So this is kind of what spurred me even to do a live stream. This is Darren over there on Twitter. He said, only major coin in the green this May as Bitcoin eyes historic drop. Here's how other top altcoins have performed. This is an article by Cardano Feed. Check it out. There's a lot of good Cardano content out there, and it just talks about Bitcoin. You know, it sees a big drop. Altcoins seeing big drops for the monthly, and then you have Cardano. Look at the Cardano green monthly candle. This is just coming from somebody that's excited about the Cardano project. I obviously covered a lot. We're talking like from bottom to top, 27% right there, and just closed. I've been bullish on Cardano for so long. I tweeted this a little bit ago. I've been telling you since 10 cents that this is just the beginning for Cardano. Now at $1.75, it's true. And I want to talk about this for a second. Like, if I want to show you some really interesting, cool data. And I really truly think, I know it's $1.75, it's not 10 cents anymore, but I just truly think if the continuation of the bull market is upon us, then Cardano has so much upside. It really does. And I want to show you something. This is a video from October 10th, 2020. 10 cents. It's going to be a 30-second clip, but just listen, and I want to talk about something. And Bitcoin does. Everyone, Cardano, you know, top 10 crypto, but the project has so much going on. I love it from a technical analysis perspective, sitting at 10 cents from $1.33 all-time high. First off, that alone is ridiculous. But also the project itself, everything going on. You have Goguen, Marlowe is kind of in talks right now. Everybody's kind of talking about that because of DeFi. And you have all of this stuff. You have input, output, kind of just growing. If you've seen Charles. So this last Cardano 360 we just had the other day, talking about Marlowe, seeing Marlowe and what it looks like, the simplicity of DeFi coming to blockchain. And the other thing is, you know, look at this. I talked about the IOHK, what they're building. I talk about this a lot. I run a recruiting firm, recruiting for startups. I help startups grow their teams. And this is one of the things that attracted me to Cardano, you know, especially looking at that testnet, going into testnet for Shelly, watching IOHK, what they're building from a technological perspective. 181 employees when I did this video. So my point is, the startup approach of IOHK it intrigues me because I see startups grow. I see their valuations grow. I see exits and I see them get acquired, and I see that whole ecosystem. And I know it's a lot different, right, than crypto. There's a decentralized aspect to what's happening here, but the IOHK team behind it, 181 employees at the time. Now check this out. 249 employees now. And we're talking about world-class talent, everybody. And that's bullish. When you have a team like this, some of the most talented and brilliant engineers in the world working on this technology, undervalued technology, I would say, I get excited. And so here we are. We're just in another month. We just closed a green monthly candle. And something else happened on the short-term charts, something I want to talk about in this video. It's also why I'm doing this video. Before we do that, on the weekly chart, just something I want to talk about. If you look at, and actually, speaking of that monthly candle, I just for comparison, not to talk bad about any other crypto, right? I do Bitcoin videos like every day. Here's the candle that just closed. Let's look at Bitcoin. That's Bitcoin longs chart. This is the Bitcoin chart. There's the Bitcoin monthly candle. So there's Bitcoin's monthly candle. Here is Cardano's monthly candle. I get comments all the time. It confuses me. Dan, why do you even do technical analysis on Cardano? Only thing that matters is Bitcoin. Zoom out on a monthly chart and compare the two and tell me tell me that the only thing that matters is Bitcoin, because to me, it looks like they're doing kind of opposite things for the month of May. And, the list goes on. This is Ethereum. That was a red monthly close. And you can kind of just go through and you can open anything. Here's BNB, red monthly close. Here's VET, red monthly close. And I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this to like be negative about other cryptos. That's not what I'm here for. You all know me. But the reason I'm doing that is because it shows what stage Cardano is in. And it shows, at least from my perspective, why I've been so bullish from these levels back at 10 cent Cardano, because the upside potential in terms of what they're building is ridiculous. And it really is. It's foundational to bullishness. So here's the weekly: swing high to the bear market swing low. We talk about this sometimes on Cardano, the bear market doors being broken back in February. And then we kind of hovered around this Fibonacci resistance. That is the bull market doors, is what I call it. We came up to the 1618 and we saw resistance, and it is so clean, the resistance there. Came back down. It is so normal, the resistance at the higher high 1618. This was the all-time high. But bull markets are made, or 1618 lines in bull markets, I should say, are made to be broken. I really think they are. I don't think this is the end of the story for Cardano. I'm not saying this is going to happen this week or even in a month, but that 1618 line, I feel like, is made to be broken based off of data, technical analysis data. Just to give you an idea, this is Bitcoin on the weekly, and I just want to show you, in its own bull market, that bull market high to bear market low. There's its own bull market doors. We broke through November. It broke its 1618. It already broke its 1618 higher high area, and we actually revisited it recently. Very bullish move for Bitcoin to see support at this area. Everything is looking extremely good on the macro for these charts. But now going back to Cardano, as we start zooming in, we start looking. And by the way, if you're here in the live stream, if you're a replay viewer, we're going to dig into this. This is an hourly chart. This is what we've been tracking on Cardano in the short term. I want to talk about it, but we're kind of just working our way in because, this is important to zoom out, get some perspective on like what's happening right now. So the move that's happening now, coming after the Mary hard fork back here, was just months of consolidation. We got this break to the upside. Same thing here. Shelly hard fork, months of consolidation, break to the upside. This move to new all-time high very much reminds me of as we came out of this consolidation after Shelly hard fork. This wasn't an all-time high, but it was this new swing high, and it's a high that we hadn't reached since the downtrend of the bear market in July 2018, all the way back here on the chart. So the move is very similar to this boom swing high, and then kind of where we are right now. Right? Coming out of that all-time high, this consolidation, this structure, the formation that we've been waiting patiently on, unemotionally, is very similar to what happened here. Now, going into the Mary hard fork is what we can potentially anticipate for going into Alonzo hard fork, smart contracts, the completion of the Goguen era. It's really the technicals and the story being told by Cardano. I just love how they're coming together, and I loved how it comes together since I was doing these videos back in October 2020 at 10 cents. I think it's just perfect harmony on the charts. And so, again, I wanted to say, I'm not saying this is going to happen like immediately, but we're in a formation right now. Now, let's start zooming in. Let's talk about what is actually happening and discuss what is potentially next for Cardano. Obviously, in the title of this video, we talk about $3. We've been talking about $3. But we just broke a trend line of a setup that could potentially lead us to that $3 area. Everybody, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Hit that like button if you're here right now. We got 3,000 people on here. Thanks for cruising by. Let's start here on the short-term charts. This is from July 7th, 2020. I wanted to show you this just because I was talking to a buddy earlier. In that speculative world where Bitcoin's at $50,000, almost $1 trillion market cap, Cardano very realistically can be trading in the $3, $4 range, and that's an $86 billion market cap. Okay, so this was July 2020. Bitcoin was at, I think, $9,000. We were talking speculatively. Maybe people thought I was crazy talking about $50,000 Bitcoin. We've gotten there. And this is potentially true. ADA next all-time high, $3.33. The reason I'm showing you that is because that was all the way back in July. And I don't know actually I don't even know what Cardano was back in July. This is Bitcoin. Back in July, let's go and see. Back in July, you know, it was around 10 cents, 10 to 20 cents probably. So we talked about the $3 area for Cardano, Bitcoin hitting $50,000. Now, did we get the $3.33 all-time high when Bitcoin was getting its 50,000? No. But Bitcoin has hit 50,000. We're in an environment now on the short-term charts where $3 is in play for Cardano, and this is what it looks like. So I just think it's so cool. Back in July, we're talking about this happening, you know, an environment where Bitcoin's hitting 50,000. Bitcoin already did it. Bitcoin hit 60,000 and is retraced to 37,000 right now. And Cardano is in a setup on a 6-hour chart as I do this video. And it's absolutely insane to talk about that, a $3 target. It's a symmetrical triangle that we've been tracking on this channel. Remember, we got this huge dip, and it's just like we just have been doing videos pretty much every day on Cardano waiting for structure. And when we get these volatile moves to the downside, and this won't be the last, and when we get the volatile moves to the upside, parabolic gains, every time we have to talk about and start anticipating structure. We have to let things cool down before we can start really getting an idea of what the move looks like. And if you've been watching my YouTube channel for a while, you know I talk about Fibonacci all the time because Fibonacci is just entangled within like every formation that we see. And it's this 786 to 618 is just always hit perfectly. So from this swing high to the volatile swing low, we got our first piece of structure, which was, and I really want to break this down. I know it might be repetitive if you've been watching my videos. This was resistance. We waited for the bounce off the swing low. There was resistance. Boom. That was our first area of structure finally coming into fruition. From that swing high to that new low, volatile, emotional, we had a bounce to the new Fibonacci, a lower high resistance. Cardano did not break it. Then we came down. And each time we're putting in higher lows, higher low. From that high to that low, most recently is what we've been talking about, is a new Fibonacci resistance. And each time we approach these Fibonacci resistance, we talk about it and we say, be careful. I'm always doing caution videos as we're approaching it. Like probably right here, you know, we were doing a caution video. We're in it, but wait for confirmation. Wait for it to break and get separation. You can see we actually came down and we're testing it again, just really today. And look what has happened. We've broken the 786 of the Fibonacci around $1.72, $1.73, and we've broken two other areas. We've broken this symmetrical triangle upper trend line, and we've broken the inverse head and shoulders neckline. All broken right now. And what I'm most interested in right this instant as I do this video is we have 5 hours left on this green 6-hour candle. You know, this close right here on this last 6-hour candle, which was actually the close of the daily as well. But this 6-hour close right around that 786, like that's not enough to do it for me. But we're getting the breakout right now in this 6-hour candle, and we're starting to see the bulls giving us confirmation. And I told you, everybody, when I start seeing a bullish confirmation, I'll talk about it. I'm not going to overhype it. I'm not going to say everybody buy crypto right now, buy Cardano right now. But we're getting the break out of a very strong confluent resistance. Three things: upper trend line neckline, or upper trend line of the symmetrical triangle, neckline, and then the 786, the upper end of the Fibonacci resistance. Cardano's gotten that break. Now, some things we need to talk about. We look for 5 to 10% overextension from this area. We're looking up to right around, and you're not going to like me for this, but $1.90 down to $1.81. So this area is going to be what I'm really interested in to see if Cardano can make its way up. You know, within the 6-hour close, 5 hours, 19 minutes left as I do this video, would be phenomenal. But there's resistance up here, but that is okay. And I want to talk about why. We broke out of a symmetrical triangle, and we know in terms of symmetrical triangles, 65% of the time, there is a pullback. And this is on Bolkowski's website. This is the patternsite.com. I learned a ton of my technical analysis that I've shared over the years with you from Bolkowski. I adjust some things, as you know, but this is a great website if you're looking to learn technical analysis, patterns, all of this good stuff. I integrate a lot of other things that I've learned into his data, but 65% of the time, pullback rate out of symmetrical triangles. What that means is 65% of the time, you get a bullish break out of a triangle, which is this upper trend line. 65% of the time, coming back down to test the trend line or potentially test the apex of the triangle. So you have to always prepare for that scenario. And how often, if you've been watching my videos, does that actually happen? It happens so often that we're getting this retest and we're like, all right, well, let's see what happens, support here, and then it gets continuation to the upside. A pullback to this area is not a bad thing. And we always have support now to the downside. But this, at the very least, is a short-term bullish reversal. It is the first step, as we start zooming out on this 6-hour chart, it is the first step for Cardano to pull itself out of this dip that it found itself in and continue now to all-time highs. Things on, let me change this to Cardano. This is Bitcoin right now. But things, like on the weekly, if we look at the RSI, it cooled down out of overbought. That is so good for bullish continuation. We're actually in oversold territory on the stock RSI, the quicker moving momentum oscillator. So there's a ton of room now for continuation for Cardano. Going back now to the 6-hour chart, there's a couple things I want to look at, because now we've hit that first stepping stone, which is a break through the short term. And this is very short term resistance that we've been tracking. Each leg down, we're waiting for a short term confirmation, and we've gotten it. But now what we look for is higher highs and higher lows on its way to the midterm resistance. And it is true. If Cardano's digging itself out of a mess, it's stepping stones. It just is. This is the way it is. But this is a very good first indicator. Now, the ultimate is this, that swing high, all-time high to the swing low capitulation that Cardano found itself in. And we have this area right here. And let me get rid of this other fib. This area right here, it's a 786 to 215, 214 to a 618 around $1.90. Now that's an area of resistance. That's the next area of resistance. This is like the ultra bullish confirmation if you see Cardano breaking that. But these are the things that we have to keep in mind as Cardano continues its structure and formation. And the reason why is because you have Fibonacci resistance in play amongst other things that we talk about. One of those things is what we just talked about, pullbacks. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if Cardano makes its way up, even maybe to the 618 here at $1.90, and then we're pulling back down, and maybe people are freaking out and we're sitting in the $60s at the apex of the triangle, something like that. And the reason why we use all of these indicators and we use all of these rules is so that we can anticipate that potential volatility. Maybe we make our way to the 786 at 215. And then things are really bullish and people are really freaking out. And, we're talking about a gain of like 60%. And maybe it takes until, next week or something. And all of a sudden Cardano's at 215 and everybody's starting to buy again. Everybody's, just flowing into Cardano again. Market cap's cruising up. And then we get the pullback and people are freaking out, not knowing that that pullback is setting up for continuation, making us be a little bit more patient for continuation to ultimately what we're looking at here is a $3 target for basically two things. The inverse head and shoulders that you see on the screen, as well as the symmetrical triangle that you see here. One thing also to note is 74% to the apex of the triangle is actually June 4th. So this breakout that we're getting right now, you want to be careful. You really want to be careful. There's nothing that says, especially because we haven't broken this last swing high. Right now, as I do the video, this isn't a new high. This is still a lower high. You want to be very careful right now. If Cardano does fall back into it and we don't get our break potentially till here, could be to the downside as well. That's a rule. 74% of the way to the triangle apex, 60% of the time. And this is bull market results, by the way. And we are in a bull market. So that's what I'm tracking on Cardano in the short term. and we will continue tracking it. At the very least, so what I can say is it's a very bullish move for Cardano to have broken this. But I should have waited 6 hours until we get a 6-hour close, but I just wanted to talk about this, put the data out there for you to track. I really want to see how the 6-hour closes. It could end up being an incredibly ugly 6-hour, right? Like maybe a red candle. We're closing back in the triangle. We have to wait and we have to see, right? And that's what we're always doing, is waiting unemotionally for confirmations. But this is an extremely bullish break, and it comes at a time where Cardano just put in just a really nice looking monthly green candle in a world where most cryptos not doing that, putting in red candles. So we're almost at 1,000, 2 more likes, and we're at 1,000 likes. Everybody hit that like button. I really appreciate it. I really do, as we do these live streams. But yeah, Cardano just looking ultimately so bullish. Time will tell what happens next. Hourly chart, just to give you a glimpse, I did want to talk about this. The 50-day moving average is something to keep in mind. This is what it looks like on the hourly. It sits down here around $1.50, $1.51. Now, notice we got that bounce on the hourly here. So short-term support, I would love to see this trend line hold, and Cardano just keeps getting separation from it. Ultimately, when we get these bullish confirmations, that's what we want to see. If we don't, though, a couple areas of support still just you have to track. Swing low to swing high on the very short term on the hourly, coming down here, $1.61 at the 618 to $1.57 at the 786, and then a little bit stronger of support in an environment where cryptos are falling. That swing low to current swing high, wherever it is, this is where it is now. We have the support moving up slowly now at $1.50 at the 618 to the 786 at $1.43. So every time I'm doing these videos, that support is moving up, and that's what we want to see as the story of reversal is being told. Very nice break on the hourly chart. You see it right there, out of that neckline, above the symmetrical triangle. So let's see what happens next. It is what it is. We track it. We track it excitedly. I'm not going to act like I'm not going to act like I don't enjoy when Cardano is going up. Like, me. I'm here with you in these moves to the downside. I am. I do these live streams during that. But these are more fun. We're getting a break through a trend line. But we have to be patient. We have to see if we can get some separation. Because right now we're just, price range wise, what are we? We're like 3%. We want to be 5 to 10% extended from that trend line. So appreciate you. Appreciate. We have a moderator. It's Yodel. Thank you for your help so much. I'm going to try and spot, a few other moderators. If you're on Twitter, I'll put my DMs on, for like the next 12 hours or something. And if you're interested, shoot me a DM. Because it was the other day, people were getting crazy in the chats. It was getting crazy. Somebody said, how much ADA do you have? Everybody, you're crazy. I've been doing YouTube for videos. I never talk about how much crypto I have. But I'm bullish on Cardano. You know it. I'm just checking out the chat. So many scammers and spammers. Let's go, Ada fam. What's up, Shannon? Incredible science. You know what? Incredible science. I'm adding you as a moderator. You got that verified status. YouTube just verified me, finally. All right, everybody. Time to go relax. It's bonfire time for me. Let's see what the charts do. I hope you're just having a great day. Happy Memorial Day, truly. Everybody that made the sacrifice for this country, if you're in the US, and God bless the families of those people as well. But I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit that like button on the way out. We got like 3,500 people. Let's end this live stream with 2,000 likes. And let's track it this week. It's a brand new week for Cardano, but it's looking good right now. So time will tell. Be very careful out there. Don't get too hype. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.